Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are going to discuss the Olympiad mock test, and this test is exactly on the same pattern as the actual Olympiad test, which is going to be held on March 6th. Right? So we are going to have two papers. The first paper consists of 12 questions, integer type, and paper 2 obviously consists of 3 questions in more level. Right? So obviously we are starting with paper 1, and we will obviously start with question number 1. Now, he says let K be a 4-digit number which is a perfect square such that its first 2 digits are equal to each other and last 2 digits are equal to each other. Write the sum of digits of K. So basically I need to find the value of K, because if I know K, I can write the sum of digits, right? That means I need to find a 4-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to find a 4-digit number which is a perfect square. Now, it has a very peculiar condition. Its first 2 digits are equal. That means this and this are equal, and last 2 digits are equal. So this and this are equal. Right? Okay. Now I know that the number is a perfect square. I know that the perfect square, either it will end in 0, right? Or it will end in 1, or 4, or 9, or 5, or 6, then 9 again, then 4 again, then 1 again, you know. Right? So any perfect square will end in either of these digits. Right? Now he says that the last 2 digits are the same. So either it is like 0, 0, right? Or it is 1, 1, or it is 4, 4 here, or it is 9, 9, or it is 5, 5, or it is 6, 6. Right? Now I just need to figure out these numbers. But before we actually go on to the first 2 digits, let's just analyze what is happening to the last 2 digits. Now I know that the number is a perfect square. Right? Now any integer, in fact, square of any integer will always be either of the form 4k or 4k plus 1. That means either it will be exactly divisible by 4 or it will leave a remainder 1 when divided by 4. Right? This we have done in class 10, I think, and 8th, 9th kids can just analyze this. Right? Now, let's see. This is a number because since last 2 digits are divisible by 4, this number would definitely be divisible by 4. Right? So that means this can be the form that we can consider. Okay. Now, let's move on to this. Last 2 digits are definitely not divisible by 4. But can you guess the remainder? It will leave a remainder 3. That means this number will be of the form 4k plus 3. Now, I know that this square is either of the form 4k or 4k plus 1. If the number is of the form 4k plus 3, the number cannot be a perfect square. Right? So that means I will not consider this number. Okay, next one. Now 4, 4 definitely divisible by 4, so that can be considered. Now 9, 9. Again, this number leaves a remainder 3 when divided by 4, so that means 4k plus 3 times. But a perfect square cannot be of the form 4k plus 3 times as we have established. So rejected. Again, this is 4k plus 3 times, rejected. 4k plus 2 times, rejected again. Right? So there are just 2 possibilities. Either the number would end in 0, 0 or the number would end in 4, 4. 0, 0 cases are there very easy to see. Like obviously 0, 0 पे आ नहीं सकता. 1, 1 आएगा, not a perfect square. 2, 2, not a perfect square. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. You can see none of them are perfect squares. Right? So here, let's just say, so 1, 1, 3 can start. Then obviously 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4. Then 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 6, 6, 4, 4, 7, 7, 4, 4, 8, 8, 4, 4. 9, 9, 4, 4. In fact, I don't need to check these 2 because when I come to this number, I will realize this is a perfect square. I think it is 86 square, I guess. Oh, no, actually this is 88 square. Right? So this is a 4-digit number whose first 2 digits are equal to one another and last 2 digits is equal to one another. That means K turns out to be 7744. I need to write the sum of digits. So obviously that will turn out to be 22, which is the final answer. Alright, now we are moving on to the next question. Now he says, let PQR be an acute angle triangle in which SCU are points on QR, RP, PQ respectively, such that PS is perpendicular to QR, PT is equal to TR, RU bisects angle R. Obviously, let's just try to make the figure first. So my acute angle triangle PQR. PQR. Now he says that PS is perpendicular to QR. So top perpendicular here. Now PT is equal to DR, so T is here. This is equal to this. And RU bisects angle R internally. Right? RU, so this point is U. And this angle is equal to this one. Now he says joint ST. So joint. Now M is the intersection of PS and RU. So this point is M. And N is the intersection of ST and RU. Done. Now he says that MU is 2. MR is 3. Okay. Right. I think I missed one thing. PM is given to be equal to 4. MS is 2. And it should be given MN turns out to be 1. I think it's written in the question paper. I have not written it here. Right? Okay. So MN is 1. Now, he says write the value of root 3 into area of triangle PQR. So, in short, I am interested in the area of the triangle. Right? Now, first of all, if I am interested in the area, let me just see what kind of a triangle is it. Right? Okay, so let's just look at that. Now, C, I know, is the midpoint of CR. Right? Also, if I look carefully, this is this is 2, this is 1. That means this entire length is 3. Now, this is 3 and this is 3. Now, can you say that N is the midpoint of RU? N midpoint of RU. Right? First point of observation. Right? This is the midpoint, this is the midpoint. And there is a line joining the midpoint. So, consider this triangle PRU. In triangle PRU, I have a line joining the midpoints of the two sides. That means this line would be parallel to the third side. So this is parallel to this. So NT parallel to UT. NT parallel to UT. Right? Now this is a very kind inference now. Right? Now this is parallel to this. Now NT, if I extend this line is nothing but extension of NT, right? So that means this line is parallel to this line. Right? Now if this is parallel to this, come to the bigger triangle PRQ. In triangle PRQ, T is the midpoint and this is the line parallel to this side. That means it will bisect the third side. That means S has to be the midpoint. And QS will be equal to SR. QS will be equal to SR. Right? This is the converse of midpoint theorem. Right? Okay. Now, what else? Now, this is the midpoint. S is the midpoint, so here we are. Now, if you come back to this, because यहाँ पे 90 degree था, and this length is equal to this length, यहाँ पे 90 degree है, can you see the triangle PQS is congruent to triangle PRS? Triangle PQS is congruent to triangle PRS. Right? Obviously, if these two triangles are congruent, that means PQ will be equal to PR. PQ will be equal to PR. So that means the triangle that I am talking about, it is an isosceles triangle. Mind it. Okay, so I know how to find the area of isosceles triangle. But first, let me just figure it out whether it is a nicer triangle or not. Because I have not utilized the fact that there is a what? There is an angle bisector right over here. Now, let's see. Angle bisector. इस चीज का use करना? इसका use कैसे करें? Now, this length is equal to this angle is equal to this angle. And we have established that S is the midpoint over here. Now mind it, in triangle PQR, this is the midpoint and I have this thing. What can you call PS as? PS is the median, right? This is the median, okay, right. It is a median. Now, there is a point on this median, right, M. And I know that PM is equal to 4 and M is equal to 2. PM is 4. And MS is equal to 2. That means the ratio is what? 4 by 2? M is the point which divides the median in the ratio 4:2. Or in short, 2:1. There is a point on the median which divides the median in the ratio 2:1. That means this is a very special point. This point is nothing but the centroid of the triangle. Right? Observation number 3, I guess now. Now, M is the centroid. Now, in the triangle, if M is the centroid. That means RU is not only the angle bisector, it is also the median because it is passing through the centroid. Now, if RU is the median, that means I have established that this length PU is equal to UQ. Again, this angle is equal to this angle. This is the common side. This is equal to this. Can I say that triangle PRU is congruent to QRQ? Right? If those two triangles are congruent, that means PR is equal to QR. Very nice. That means PQ is equal to PR is equal to QR. All the three sides are equal. That means it is a very nice triangle. It is an equilateral triangle. Right? You can easily find the area of equilateral triangle, not a big deal. I know that equilateral triangle area is root 3 by 4 into side square. Side square I can find out. Why? Because I know the height. Right? You can take your side to be 2x. Right? That means this length is x. Right? This is 6 which is given to you. Now this is also the side. That means this is 2x again. Just apply the triangle theorem, or people who know trigonometry, they can use that and you will get the answer. And the answer will actually turn out to be 36. Alright, on to the next one. Now he says write the value of summation where I varies from 1 to n of xi plus yi, where xi yi ordered pair is the solution of this equation, where obviously both are positive integers and xi is greater than or equal to yi. Now basically, if I can find out the solution, I can find the sum, right? So in short, I just need to find the solution of this equation, right? Now any equation you encounter, you first need to observe something, right? So let me just read up the equation for you. Let's see. Now he says x cube plus x square y plus xy square plus y cube, right? Now, on the left-hand side, no matter what kind of equation it is, if I can factorize it, I'll be able to find the solution, right? Left-hand side with the factors 100, right? It is nothing but x plus y into x square plus y square, right? Wherever you can find the factors, write it down. And then here I have is equal to 8 into x square plus xy plus y square plus 1, right? Okay. Now, what do I do? Now, observe carefully. I have x plus y. Then I have x square plus y square. Now, this term is related to this one by means of x by term, right? Because x plus y whole square mein aata hai, right? Okay. Now, x square is there and y square is there. Again, these two terms are sort of related with x plus y and xy. xy is there. So, that means in this equation, x plus y and xy, they are recurring, right? They are coming again and again. Now, if they are coming again and again, let us just substitute them. Let's see what happens. Right? So, let me substitute x plus y as a and xy as b. Now, mind it, x and y are positive integers. Obviously, a will be a positive integer and b will be a positive integer. So, I'm writing that down. Right? So, my equation in short becomes a into, this is nothing but a square minus 2b is equal to 8 into, this is plus xy telling a minus xy, so a square minus b plus 1, right? So I can write my b as, let's see, b is nothing but a cube minus 8a square minus 8 whole divided by 2 into a minus 4, right? 2ab, यहाँ पे जाके minus 8 ही है, so right. Hopefully that is the one, right? Now we have come up to this point. Now mind it, here I have the denominator. In the denominator I have 2. This is an even number. This is an even number. Now a has to be an even number. Right? Why? Because in short I got the value of b and b is an integer. Ab integer hoga, that means the factor cancel hoga. That means if 2 is coming in the denominator, numerator also it should have 2. That means a has to be an even integer. That means a is of the form 2t. Where t obviously is a positive integer. Right? Just substitute it and we will get the equation as I have written down somewhere. We will get b as 2t cube minus 8t square minus 2 whole divided by t minus 2. Now you will say, what is the point? You have introduced 2t, it doesn't matter. Again, numerator is there, denominator is there. I have to make sure that b is an integer. Right? And I'm left with 2 polynomials. Division of 2 polynomials actually. Let me divide it. right? When I divide it, this actually turns out to be 2t square minus 4t minus 8 into t minus 2 है, तो नीचे के साथ काट दूंगी मैं, so I'll get minus 18 by t minus 2, right? Now this is a nice thing. Why? Because b is an integer. T is an integer. That means 2t square will be an integer. This would be an integer. This would be an integer. That means the entire quantity is integer. If this has to be an integer, ये तो integer है. That means this quantity has to be an integer. Now 18 divided by t minus 2 has to be an integer. And t is itself a positive integer. That means t की बहुत कम values आएंगे. Right? Because I have written b in a form like this, where I have this just one, जहाँ पे सिर्फ एक variable आ रहा है, वो भी denominator में. That means I can ascertain the possible values of t. Right? So I have written the possible values. Let's see. Okay. Obviously t positive है, so t को 1 से start करेंगे हम. Right? So t turns out to be 1, and when t is 1, b is equal to 8. Then c is equal to 3, b turns out to be minus 20, and I should write it like this so that it's easier. T here, b here, a over here. So 1, 8, 2, because a is nothing but 2t. Then 3 minus 26, then 4 minus 1, 8, then 5, 16, 10, then 8, 85, 16, then 11, 188. Because we need to exhaust all the cases, because I need to find all the solutions. That's why I'm writing everything down. So 22, and then 20, 711, and that is what? 40. Right? Now, obviously, इसके आगे नहीं जाऊंगी. Why? Because when जैसे 20 cross किया, this number in the denominator would become greater than 18, and I want this fraction to be an integer. Right? और वैसे भी easy way में देखना है 18 की यहाँ पे डिवाइसेस क्या हो सकते हैं, या तो 1 होगा यहाँ पे, या तो 2 होगा, या 3 होगा, 4 नहीं हो सकता, 6 होगा, 9 होगा, 18 होगा. उस हिसाब से I've written out these numbers. Right? Now these are the possible things, but अभी I have to make sure that obviously b is an integer, a is an integer. But from that I have to make sure I get integral x and y, because that is the main aim. Right? Okay. Now I have x plus y as 2 and xy as b. So sum of two integers is 2 and product is 8. Do you think you'll get integers now? Absolutely not. Right? Now sum of integers is 6 and product is minus 20. Now product is minus 20, anyways it's a problem. Done. Now sum is 10 and product is 16. Can you think of the numbers? 2, 8, or you can solve the equation if you want to, but I think integral solutions you can figure it out. Or 8, 2. Right? This from here, sum is 16, product is 85. Not a chance. Integral solutions, no integral solutions, no integral solutions. Right? So that means I am just getting two set of solutions, 2, 8 or 8, 2. Either x is 2, y is 8. No, wait a second. There was another condition also. X is greater than or equal to y. That means this would be rejected. I will just consider this case. X equal to 8 and y is equal to 2. This is the only solution possible for this equation. Now you say a की solution है, so that means x1, which is just 8 in this case, plus y1, which is 2, so 8 plus 2, that means 10 is the correct one. Alright, on to the next one. Now he says write the number of fixed digit sequences which can be formed using the digits 0, 1, 2 or 4. Right? Now there's a condition such that difference between any two consecutive digits is 1. Right? Now he says I need to form 6 digit sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Also it is mentioned in the question that the sequence can start with 0 because it's a sequence. Right? Now he says difference between any two consecutive digits is 1. So that means if I take these two consecutive digits, difference is 1. If I take these two, difference is 1. If I take these two, difference is 1. Any two consecutive digits, the difference has to be 1. Right? Now my digits are what? 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right? Now difference is 1. Difference is 1. That means if I have a number 1 over here, either the digit can be 0 or it can be 2. Okay. Now, if suppose I have my number as 2 over here, the next digit has to be either 1 or 3. Right? Difference is 1. Now, if I look carefully, if I'm taking an odd number over here, the next number has to be even. Right? And if I'm taking even number over here, the next number or the number previous to it has to be 1. Right? Since the difference is 1, I have to make sure that odd, even, odd, even. The alternating pattern is there because the difference is 1. Right? Now, since odd numbers and even numbers are alternating, there are just two possibilities. Either I will have an odd number here, then even, then odd, and even, odd, even. The second might be, obviously the sequence might start with even, then odd, even, odd, even, odd. Right? These are the two possible cases if I can count the number of sequences in this case as well as this one. I'll add them up and my answer would be there. Right? So let me consider my first, which is this one. Right? In fact, let me write it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now, here I have to put in odd, and obviously the remaining places have to be filled with even. Now, odd numbers I have, that is 1 and 3. And then even I have 0, 2, 4. Right? Now, I have to fill in odd numbers. And I have 2. What I can do is, I can put 1 over here, then 1, then 1. Let me write the cases down. Then I can have 1 over here, then 1, then 3. Then, 3 यहाँ पे भी आ सकता है. Basically, permutation of 3 in this arrangement. So, 1, 3, 1. Then 3, 1, 1. Right? Then I can have 2 3s also. So, 1, 3, 3. Then 3, 1, 3, then 3, 3, 1. Right? I can have 3 3s also. So 3, 3, 3. Right? I have arranged these two odd digits in these 3 places in the number of cases which are possible. Right? There is no case that I have left. Let me check out. Yes, I think we have exhausted all those ones, hopefully. Right? Now, let me count the number of sequences in this case. Right? 1, 1, 1. Now, if 1 is coming over here, यहाँ पे second place I need to fill it. Either I will have 0 or I will have 2. I have just 2 choices to fill up the second place. Right? Okay. Now, let's come here. Corresponding to this, in how many different ways can I fill this place? Either I will fill in 0 or 2. Again, I have 2 possibilities. Corresponding to this, I have 2 possibilities. And then again, if 1 is here, I have to put either 0 or 2. Again, 2 possibilities. Now, these are corresponding choices, right? So, in total, if I need to find out how many sequences are there, that will be 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8. Correspondingly, right? Let's come to the next one. If 1 is over here, I can have either 0 and 2, and वो आगे वाले के साथ भी match करें, so it's absolutely fine. Now, let's come to this one. If 1 is here, either I can have 0 or 2. Mind it, if I take 0 over here, I have to make sure that the difference of these two digits has to be 1. Now, if I take 0, clearly the difference is not 1. So that means I cannot take 0. That means the only number that I can take, that is 2. Right? So 2 has to be over here. Just one case. One possibility. Careful. Right? Now 3 is over here. Either I will put 0 or either I will put 2 or 4. Again, 2 possibilities. Right? Corresponding to this choice over here, I have one choice. Corresponding to each choice over here, I have 2 choices. So in total, I will have 4 choices. Right? Now, here again, if I have 1 over here or 3 over here, I cannot put 0 over here. So it just will be 2. So that means just one case. So that's 1. Then just one possibility. Then 2 choices. 2. Right? Then just one possibility, 2 possibilities, 2 possibilities, that's 4. Right? 1 possibility, 2 possibilities, 2 possibilities, that is 4. Then 1 possibility, 1 possibility, 2 possibilities, that is 2. Then 2 possibilities, 1 possibility, 2 possibilities, that is 4. Then 2 possibilities, 2 possibilities, 2 possibilities, which is 8. Right? So in total, how many these are? These are 10, 20 plus 16, 36, right? So in this case, I am having 36 6-digit sequences, right? In which case? In this case, right? On the similar line, you can find out this 1 or 2, you need to write it down and you will find out it also turns out to be 36. Right? So in total, I would have my 72 6-digit sequences, which is the answer. Right? Alright, now the next question. He says the real solution of this equation are of the form with, write the sum of digits of A. So I need to find A. That means I need to find this thing, which is nothing but the solution of this equation. So I am interested in the solution. Right? Now mind that this is a very weird looking equation, right? There's a fifth root, there's a fourth root, right? Clearly we are not comfortable in working with radical signs. So I don't want radical signs. If I don't want radical signs, first of all, here there's a different path, here there's a different path, right? So I cannot just like take fifth power or fourth power, right? That would be very inconvenient. Now, if I don't want radical sign, what I can do is I can substitute this quantity and substitute this quantity, right? Let's do that because we don't like radical signs. Let's substitute these quantities. So I'm taking fifth root of x minus 2 into x minus 32 as a, and then let me take fourth root of x minus 1 into x minus 33 as 1. See? That means my equation becomes a minus b is equal to 1. Right? Now, since there are two variables here, because I have introduced these variables, I need to write another relation. And I don't want radical sign. That means, if this radical sign is somehow removed, if I remove it, as if I take the fifth part of this, like basically a raised power 5, right? And I don't want this fourth root, so basically I take b raised power 4. Do you think a raised power 5? That means I have what? X minus 2 into x minus 32, which is nothing but x square minus 64x plus minus 34x plus 64. Right? And the second one is basically x square minus 34x plus 33. Do you think these two polynomials are related to one another? Yes. If I subtract these two, this will get cancelled, this will get cancelled, right? I am just getting 31. So a raised power 5 minus b raised power 4 is equal to 31. Since it is a constant, this benefits me immensely, right? Because two equations, two variables, I can solve it out. That's not a big deal, right? Now the question is, I need to eliminate one of the variables. Now, which variable should I eliminate? I should eliminate that variable with regard to which I know something, right? Let's come back to this. Now, b is the fourth root, right? A fourth root positive bhi hota hai, negative bhi hota hai. Cool, right? Fine. B is, it can be positive or negative, okay? But since this is a quantity inside the square root, that means x square minus 34x plus 33. This has to be a positive quantity or greater than equal to basically, right? Okay, now let's look at this. This is fifth root. Now again, fifth root can be positive or negative. But careful, this term is nothing but x square minus 34x plus 33 plus 31, right? And this is a positive quantity, as we have established from here, plus 31. Positive quantity means positive number add kiya. Do you think it will be a positive number? Yeah. Now, the quantity inside this is a positive number. Fifth root rehna. Do you think A would be positive or negative? A would definitely be a positive quantity. Since I know something about A, I don't want B then, right? Because I know that A is positive, which I can use. So let me try to eliminate B. So let me take out b value from here. So that is b is equal to a minus 1. Just substitute it over here. So a raised power 5 minus, this is a minus 1 raised power 4 equal to 30. Right? A minus 1 raised power 4, you can open it up, square ka square karna, minus one aata wo laga do, one of the same thing. So I will get a raised power 5 minus a raised power 4. मैं बारी-बारी करूँगी, otherwise समझ नहीं रहा. So minus 4a cube plus 6a square minus 4a plus 1. This is equal to 31. Right? So let me open this up. So minus plus minus plus minus. Right? Here it will come. So minus 32 it is. Right? Now you will realize, now this is a fifth degree equation. We don't know how to solve a fifth degree equation, right? But at least take root 2 minutes. One root, let me search for that at least, right? Now I know any integral root of this equation, any integral root would be a divisor of 32, right? would be a divisor of 32. So let me check. First of all 32 के divisor check करना है. Plus minus 1 से करना है. 1 को कर रहा है? नहीं, 1 तो नहीं करेगा. 1 minus 1 में नहीं करेगा. 2 से check करते हैं, right? So put A is equal to 2. Let's see whether it is satisfying or not. So this is 32 minus 16 plus 4 into 8, that is 32, minus 6 into 4, that is 24, plus 4 into 2, 8, minus 32. Let's see whether it is 0 or not. This cancels. This is 40, this is minus 40. That means when I am putting A is equal to 2, this thing becomes equal to 0. That means A is equal to 2 is the solution. Right? A is equal to 2 is the root. Now A is equal to 2 is the root. That means A minus 2 would be the what? It would be the factor. Right? So let me write the other factor. So A raised to 4. Right? अब minus 2 A raised to 4 है, मुझे A की चाहिए, तो मुझे plus A cube करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. Plus 1 minus 2, right? Then I am getting minus 2A cube, but I want 4 plus 4. So plus 6A square plus 6 minus 4 plus 4 बन गया. Then I have minus 12 over here and I want minus 6. So that means मुझे plus 6 करना पड़ेगा, right? So plus 6 is, right? 6 plus 6 minus 12 minus 6, perfect. Then I'm last वाला है तो वो मैं कर लेती हूँ. यहाँ पे minus 12 है is equal to 0. Right? Okay. Now you will say, ma'am, 4th degree equation. Again, we don't know how to solve a bi-quadratic equation. Makes sense. Makes sense. But this is a very nice bi-quadratic equation, no? A raised to 4 plus A cube plus 6A square plus 6A plus 16. All the terms have plus positive quotient, right? So that means if I try to put A as a positive quantity, positive plus positive plus positive plus positive plus positive cannot be equal to 0. Right? So no matter what you put a positive value of A as, I cannot get left hand side equal to right hand side, right? That means the root of this solution, the root of this equation cannot be a positive number. Yes, what did you say? Like it is positive, right? So from here you will not get any positive solutions. So A is equal to 2 is the only solution possible. Right? You establish that A is positive, A यहाँ से positive हुआ, यहाँ से आ नहीं सकता, that means A is equal to 2 is the only possible solution. Right? Now, if A is equal to 2, obviously B is equal to 1. Right? Obviously वो दोनों को करने की जरूरत नहीं है, यहाँ पे put कर दो 1, then first part कर दो and you will be able to solve it. Right? I think quadratic formula लग जाता है, yeah, without quadratic formula something the square से भी हो जाएगा and you get the answer. A actually turns out to be what is it? It turns out to be 257, right? And the sum of digits of A turns out to be 14, which is the answer. Right, on to the next question. He says, write the number of incongruent triangles that can be formed using 3 sticks of the given length 2, 5, 7, 11, 13, 15, 18, 23, 24. Right? So these stick lengths are given to you, or length of sticks. And you need to form a triangle using 3 sticks, right? Okay. Now, obviously 3 sticks because 3 sides, right? Now, if I take these sticks as 2, 5, 7, right? Obviously, I'll be able to form a triangle. Where are you? 2, 5, 7. Can you have a triangle whose sides are 2, 5, and 7? And now, mind it, we need to form a triangle. Now, I know the sides of a triangle, they obey a very special property, right? If I have my sides as A, B and C, the triangle will only be formed if the sum of any 2 sides, so A plus B if I take, this should be greater than the third one. Now any 2 bola, so B plus C should I take, that should be greater than A. And if I take C and A, the sum should be greater than B. Sum of any 2 sides should be greater than the third side, then only the triangle will be formed, right? Okay. Now, अब तीनों के लिए check करना पड़ेगा. That's a difficult task. Now, wait a second. If I take the 2 smallest sides, right? Suppose A and B are the smallest ones, so it's like this. A less than B less than C. Obviously, equality task system, mind it. Right? मैं smallest वाले ले लेती हूँ. And अगर उनका sum, it is greater than the third one. Obviously, the next one would be follow. Right? So that means, if I need to form a triangle, I have to make sure that the sum of 2 smallest sides should be greater than the third one. Right? Now this relation can be written like this also, that A, as in the smallest side, should be greater than B, C minus C. That That means the smallest side should be greater than the difference of the length of the other two. Right? Either you can use this way or this way. I will prefer to use it this way because it's much easier. Because side is greater than the difference of other two sides, right? Let me start. Let me see what kind of triangle. So, left, smallest side. Obviously, 2 to start having 2. Now, mind that 2 should be greater than the difference of the other two sides, right? Now, other two sides can be 5 and 7. Difference is 2. 2 should be greater. मतलब मेरे को difference 2 से छोटा चाहिए. So that means 1 ही होगा वो because integral है यहाँ पे, right? 1. अब difference is not 1. Difference is not 1. 5 and 11 if I take 5 and 13 take difference is not 1. In fact difference बढ़ रहा है. So 5 के साथ और कुछ नहीं आ रहा. 7 11 difference पहले ही 4 है और आगे increase होगा. Then 11 13 difference is 2 आगे बढ़ेगा. 13 15 difference is 2 आगे बढ़ेगा. मुझे कम चाहिए. 15 18 no. 18 23 no. 23 24 difference is 1. So that means if I take 2 then I take 23 and 24. I will be able to form a triangle. Why? Because this side, the smallest side, is greater than the difference of other two sides. Done? In fact, if I need to take 2 in my triangle, this is the only triangle that will be formed. Right? Obviously, I will not take the triangle 23 to 24. Why? Because he says incongruent triangles. Mind it. Right? Obviously, these two triangles are congruent. That's why. Right? Okay. 2 chala gaya, अब 5. Right? Now, 5 should be greater than the difference of two sides. That means difference of two sides. Either it can be 4, or it can be 3, or it can be 2, or it can be 1. Check करें. अब 5 के साथ 7 11 ले सकते हैं. Difference is 4. Yes, we can. Then 7 13 no. Difference 6 होगा. We don't want. So 7 वाले over. So 5 के साथ 11 ले. 11 13 difference is 2. Absolutely fine. Then 11 15 yes. 11 18 difference increase हो गया. Done. So 11 1 done. So 5 के साथ 13 लेते हैं. 13 15 yes. 13 18 no. 5 13 18 में difference आप साइड से no. 13 वाले done. Then 5 के साथ 8 15 लेते हैं. 15. Then 18 can go. Difference is 3. 15 के साथ 23 नहीं ले सकते because the difference is obviously 8. So 15 1 done. 5 18 लेते हैं. So 23 नहीं ले सकते. Difference 5 आ रहा है यहाँ पे. So we don't want it. 5 23 if I take I can definitely take 24. Done. 5 वाले खत्म. I'm hoping मैंने 5 वाले में कुछ छोड़ा नहीं है. 6 है. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now let's start with 7. 7. Now the difference can be 6 5 4 3 2 1. So 7 के साथ 11 13 I can take. 11 15 I can take. 11 18 no. Done. So 11 1 over. So 13 लेते हैं. 13 15 yes. 13 18 yes. 13 23 absolutely not. Yes. So this is done. 13 is done. Then 15. 15 18 yes. 15 23 no. Right, because difference is 8. Right. Then 18. 18 23 yes. 18 24 yes. Right. Done. So 23 24 also. So these are the 7 ones. Right. So done. In similar ways, you will write the 11 months, 13 months, 15 months, provided you have good concentration, provided you don't miss any of the triangles, you can find the number of triangles in this manner. Right? And the total number of triangles will turn out to be 34, which is my answer. Right. Okay, on to the next one. Now he says a circle of radius 4 root 10 passes through two adjacent vertices of a square. So let me make my square first. No, let me make my circle first. Okay, cool. Now, circle is here and it passes through two adjacent vertices of the square. So, my square would look something like this. Cool. So, let me name it A, B, C, D. Done. Okay. Now, he says, and obviously, radius of the circle is given 4 root 10. He says a tangent to the circle drawn from a third vertex of the square. Now, third vertex, either I can take this or this. Doesn't matter. Rest of the tangent would remain the same. So this is the one. Cool. Now, the length of the tangent is twice the length of the side of the square. So, if the side of the square is x, now the length of the tangent turns out to be 2. Cool. Now, he says, suppose there is a circle inscribed inside the square. So, my circle is supposedly like this, inscribed. So, touching all the sides. Cool. Write the distance between the centers of the two given circles. So one circle is given to be this, right? Suppose the center is here. The other circle is this. Suppose the center is here, right? I am interested in finding out this distance, the distance between the centers, right? Now, if I need to find the distance between the centers, somehow I would require the radius of this tiny circle. Now, if I want the radius, that means I need the side, right? Anyways, relationship regarding the side is given. That means I need to find the side of the square. Now, how do I find the side of the square? Now, mind that there's a tangent given to you. This has to be used. Now, this square is given to me. Now, I know that all the sides are equal. I also know that the angle is 90 degrees. Now, 90 degree I have used in a circle, 90 degree. Where can I use it? 90 degree obviously circle, that means semicircle may use ho sakta hai. So, we might be able to do that. So, what I'll do is I will extend this one. Right? It will meet somewhere. Right? Now, if this angle is 90, this angle is 90. Right? That means this is the angle in a semicircle. That means if I join C and suppose this point is F. Right? This should be the diameter. That means the center would lie over here. Right? Okay. This I can use. Now, I have to use that this is the tangent. And here I have drawn what? This is the secant of the circle. Now, in a circle, there are very few results regarding the tangent. Either 90 degree का use कर सकते or length of the tangent from external point they are equal. Or the third very important result in circles, especially with regard to tangent, that is this one. From a point, if I have my tangent, suppose this is PT, and from this point I have my secant. And suppose this point is A and this point is B. I know that PT square is equal to CA into PB. CA into PB. This can be easily proved with what? Similarity, obviously ratio sides are given. Right? This is a very important result. In circle, if the tangent is there, always look where you can have a secant because this result might be used. Right? So, AE is the tangent and I have, let me name this point to be H. I have AH and AS. So, I can say that AE square is equal to AH into AS. AH into AS. Right? Same result. Okay. Now, AE obviously is 2x whole square, so that is 4x square, is equal to AH obviously is side of the square, which is right, into. Now, AS. What should I multiply x by in order to get 4x square? Obviously 4x. Right? That means AS, this entire length is 4x. And out of which this is x. That means HF would be 3x. HF is 3x. मुझे तूने रेडियस यूज किया ही नहीं. Angle in a semicircle भी है. That means diameter यूज करते हैं. एक बात बताओ. This is 3x. This is x, side of the square. Right? यहाँ तो 90 degree भी बन रहा है. And you know the hypotenuse, which is nothing but the diameter. Right? And diameter is what? 8√10. Right? Just apply in triangle HCF the Pythagoras theorem and you can find the value of x. And x turns out to be 8. Right? Now, if x is 8, that means this diameter is 8. That means radius of the circle is nothing but 4. Right? Okay. That means when I needed to find this, O dash, center between this distance between the centers. Now, this is obviously radius, which is 4. That means in all, I need to find out this, PO. Right? Now, by symmetry, you can see, ये यहाँ से perpendicular drop होगा, right? Midpoint होने वाला है उसका. अब मुझे अगर PO less निकालनी है, I know, यहाँ पे perpendicular, that means this is parallel to this. These two sides are parallel. In triangle HCF, this side is parallel to this one. And O is the midpoint of this side CF, right? O is the diameter, right? O is the center. So diameter को वैसे करेगा. Now this is equal to this. That means this will be equal to this. But मुझे तो PO निकालना. I need to find out this length. You know the relationship between this and this, right? Because PO will be half of HF. अब HF क्या था? 3x. X आ चुका है मेरे पास 8. So that means this is 24. उसका half लेना है. So that means PO is 12. Just apply midpoint theorem, right? Now PO is 12, this is 4, that means the entire length is 16, which is the answer. On to the next question. Now he says write the number of whole numbers with at most 4 digits. At most 4 digits. and satisfying the condition n square ends in n. Now he says write the number of whole numbers with at most 4 digits. At most. That means will I consider a number with 1 digit? Yes. Will I consider a number with 2 digits? Yes. 3? Yes. 4? Yeah, at most he says yes. Right? Will I consider a number with 5 digits? Absolutely not. Right? So either it is a single digit, or it is a double digit, or it is a 3-digit number, or a 4-digit number. Right? A 1-digit number. I know that n square should end in n. Right? N square should end in n. Obviously, 0 square, whole numbers bola hai, yes. So 0 square means 0. 1 square, 1. 2 square, 4. 2 square is not ending in 2, so I don't want it. 3 square ending in 3? Absolutely not. 4 square? No. 5 square? Yes, because it ends in 5. Then 6 square? Yes. 7 square? No. 8 square? No. 9 square? No. And that's it. That means 1-digit number I will have 0, 1, 5, 6. So let me write it here. 0, 1, 5, 6. Done? Now, let's move on to the 2-digit numbers. Now, 2-digit number, that means I need to consider numbers from 10 to 99. Right? Now, the square of the numbers would be maximum 4-digit number. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Because 99 square is 9801. Right? Which is a 4-digit number. Now, he says that n square ends in n. That means, if this is my n square. Right? And this is my n. So, this and this, they should be equal. Right? How should I use it? Now mind it, whatever this case may be, I know that this, and this, they are same. 0, 0 nahi hona chahiye, maybe I should do something else. Cross kar dete hain. Right? Now I have to make use of the fact that n square should end in n. Condition use karne hai. यहाँ पे same है, यहाँ पे same है. हमें subtract कर दो दोनों. Right? ये same है 0, ये same है 0, whatever the case may be. Right? So that means n square minus n should end in 00. Now, a number which has 00 at the end, that is definitely divisible by 100. Now, n square minus n is divisible by 100. Divisible by 100. Now, if a number is divisible by 100, that means it has to be divisible by 25 into 4. Divisibility test of 100 ही आता है, but obviously prime factorization कर लूँगी, right? I have to make sure that n square minus n is divisible by 25 into 4. अब सबसे पहले 25 को देखना, right? That's a big number जो मुझे देखना पड़ेगा. अब n square minus n, अब n into n minus 1. अब ये consecutive numbers है, right? ऐसे तो 25 यहाँ से आएगा, 5 यहाँ से आएगा, वो तो हो नहीं सकता. That means 25 एक ही number से आने वाला, right? So that means n की possible values को देख लेते हैं. It has to be a multiple of 25. So n can be 25, it can be 50, then 75, then 100, then 125, then मुझे सारे लिखने हैं. No, मुझे सारे लिख रहे हैं. n 10 से 99 के बीच में वेरी कर रहे हैं. 25, 50, 75 ये वाले तो लेने नहीं. Just 3 numbers I need to consider. Right? Now, if n is this, n minus 1 would be what? 24, 49, and 74. Right? Now I have to make sure that n into n minus 1 is divisible by 25 into 4. अब 25 से यहाँ से आ रहा है, उसका फैक्टर 4 का फैक्टर यहाँ से आना चाहिए. अब 49 से 4 का फैक्टर नहीं है, 74 से 4 का फैक्टर नहीं है. That means this is the only case which is possible. देखिए, अब n is equal to 25. 25 का स्क्वायर होता क्या? 625. वो तो वैसे पता ही था, right? So that means 25 is another such number whose square end is 25. 25 another one. Right? Now mind it, अभी तुमने n directly 25 लिया था. n minus 1 भी 25 हो सकता है. Now n minus 1 25, or it can be 50, or it can be 75. Now if n minus 1 is 25, n will be 26, or it can be 51, or it can be 76. The factor of 25 will be coming from here. Factor of 4 has to come from here. So 26, no. 51, no. 76. Yes, right. So let me check. Then n is 76. The square, does it end in 76? Just check kar rahe hain, pata hai mujhe वैसे. Right, it does. So that means 76 is another such number. Exhausted? I think 2-digit numbers you have exhausted, which where n square ends in n. Done? Okay. Let's move on to 3-digit now. right? Now, 3-digit number, 1, 2, 3, right? So that means I need to consider numbers from 100 to 999. Now I know if the number is 3 digits, the square of the number would be maximum what? 6 digits? Right? Yes. Right? So my n square has 6 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? N is obviously 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. Right? This and this, they are same. That means again, if I subtract the two, n square minus n has to be definitely divisible by 0, 0, 0 I got. That means 1000. Now, if it is divisible by 1000, that means it has to be divisible by 125 into it. Right? Let's come back to it. Now, I know that n into n minus 1 is divisible by 125 or 8. Actually, and 8. Right? So, पहले हम 125 देखते हैं. Obviously, consecutive numbers हैं. That means 125. The entire factor will come either from these two numbers. So, either n would have the factor of 125 or n minus 1. So, n से start करते हैं. So, n can be 125. It can be 250, 375, 500. Yes, because I don't see how to find. 625, 750, 875. Now, n cannot be greater than 999. So, that is why I have stopped at 875. Done? Now, obviously, n minus 1 is 124, 249, 374, 499, 624, 749, 874. Right? Now, out of this, you need to check which numbers are divisible by 8. Right? And it turns out, n minus 1, 624. Is it? Yeah, 624 is actually divisible by 8. So that means n is equal to 625 is another such number whose square will end up in the number itself. Right? N को 125 के multiple से you can take n minus 1 as well. So n minus 1, 125, 250, 375, 500, 625, 750, 875. Consequently, n you can write n and 376 way you will get it. That means the number would be 376. This is another such number. That obviously 4-digit number means it will go from 1000 to 9999 and n square minus n would end in 1. No, it would be divisible by 10,000. Divisible by 10,000. Right? That means n into n minus 1 should be divisible by 625 and 625 वाले देखेंगे and you can write the numbers. Right? You can write the numbers. I will leave that up to you. Right? अब start कहाँ से होंगे? हम start होंगे 1250. Right? फिर 1875 and so on करते करते we will come to 9375. I think 9375 and minus 1 लिखोगे. Right? From this you will not get any number. Then n minus 1 is 1250, 1875 and so on. From here when you write the n, the last one would give you 9376. Why? Because this is the only number which will be divisible by, or यहाँ पे 16 होना चाहिए. Right? This is 625 into 16. Right? This is the only number which will be divisible by 16. So that means n 9356. Check how many these are, whether we have left another one or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So in all 9 numbers are there. That is why your answer is 0. Alright. On to the next one. He says point H is the orthocenter of an acute angle triangle ABC. So let me make my acute angle triangle. Obviously all the angles are less than 90. So A, B, C. Now, H is the orthocenter. First of all, you should know what orthocenter is. Orthocenter is the point of intersection of altitudes. Okay? Right. So, suppose my orthocenter is somewhere here. Right? He says a point K is taken on line segment CH. Okay, fine. I will take my C over here. A, B, C. Right? Now, this is my line segment CH. Visualization is better if I do it like this. So, when you are solving the paper, make the diagram which is most convenient to you. You can redraw this. It's absolutely fine, but make the diagram which is most convenient. Right? Now, K is point taken on this one. So, इसको थोड़ा नीचे कर लेते हैं. K is suppose here. Why? Because triangle ABK is right angle. So, this triangle is right angle. That means this angle is 90 degrees. Okay. Now, he says if area of triangle ABC triangle is 54, area of triangle ABH. So, let me make the triangle. Right? It's 6. Find the area of triangle ABK. Right? Now, you will say, ABK is a right triangle. So, half base into altitude. Okay. But mind it, area of triangle ABC is given. Area of triangle ABH is given, and you need to find area of triangle ABK. Mind it, all the three triangles have the same base, right? Obviously, कोई areas में relation होना चाहिए, right? Now bases are the same. If I can find out the relationship between the heights, I can find the area, right? Okay, so अब height चाहिए. Wait a second. If I need to write the area of triangle ABC, if this is the base, I need to have an altitude. Now, H is the ortho center. If I am joining H with C and extending it, definitely this will be the altitude. Let me name it as C. Right? So that means I am given this thing half into AB into CD, which is 54. Cool? That means I need to involve CD. Also, ABH, area of triangle ABH is given. That means HD is getting involved. And somehow, if I take ABK, this is the base, I need to involve this length. So I need to establish a relationship between this side, CD, between this side, HD, between this one, that is KD. These three heights have to be related. Now, let मुझे use करने हैं, कैसे use करें इसको? अब सबसे पहले तो अब ये DK use करना मुझे, right? In a right triangle, I am dropping the perpendicular to the hypotenuse. Do you think there is a relationship between DK and AD and DB? It's a very important theorem. In a right angle triangle, if I drop a perpendicular, this square is equal to product of these two segments, this into this. H square is equal to A into B. I've used it multiple times. You can easily prove it using similarity of triangles. So that means I know that DK square is equal to nothing but AD into DB. AD into DB. Product of these segments. Right? Now, instead of DK, I am involving DK square, and instead of DK square, I am involving AD and DB. Now, I need to involve AD. I need to involve DB. I need to involve HD. Okay. And I need to involve CD. I think what is happening. ये involve करना है, ये involve करना है. Then I need to involve this and this. Can you see which two triangles I have to consider? I'll consider this tiny triangle. Consider triangle. I'm not writing it correspondingly, but triangle ADH and triangle CBC. Right? Obviously, 90 और यहाँ पे 90, that is absolutely fine. कोई और angle equal हो जाए. Right? कौन सा angle equal होगा? If this angle is theta, right? This angle is theta. अभी AH मैंने यहाँ से join किया हुआ है. अब यहाँ पे कोई इस triangle में कोई theta आ जाए या 90 minus theta आ जाए तो मुझे पता चल जाएगा, right? अब अगर मैं AH को यहाँ से extend करती हूँ, let me extend it, right? I have joined this ortho center with one of the vertices. That means this is nothing but the altitude of the triangle. This is 90 degrees. In this triangle, ABE, right? Have you used E? No. ABE, this is theta, this is 90. This angle is how much? 90 minus theta. Okay, right? Come back to this triangle. CDB, this is 90, this is 90 minus theta. Obviously, this angle is theta. Theta. Now, the two triangles will be similar because the two corresponding angles are equal. Right? So, let me write correspondingly now. So, ADH is similar to triangle CCB. Oh, मैंने correspondingly लिखा था, unknowingly. Okay, right. So मुझे AD into DB चाहिए, so AD by CD. AD by CD. Okay, is equal to DH by dh by dt. Right? Okay, so this is AD into dV is equal to CD into DH. Minded, I have used CH, I have used DH over here, and this is nothing but dk. dk square actually. Right? Now dk square is equal to CD into DH. Can I say that dk is nothing but geometric mean of DH and dk? I think geometric progression दिखनी चाहिए यहाँ से. नहीं भी दिखते तो you can again write it dk by cd is equal to dh by dk. वहाँ से दिख जाएगा geometric progression, right? So the heights are in GP, right? So that means the areas will be in GP because base is same, right? So that means if this is 6, this is 54, the area has to be 80, right? This is what is asked. The answer is 80 square. Alright, on to the next one. He says let P of x be a polynomial such that this relationship holds x minus 81 into P of 3 of x equal to 81 into x minus 1 into P of x. Now he says write the number of linear factors of P of x. Right? Linear factors. Now provided I can get to know the polynomial itself, I can write the number of linear factors. Right? So let me talk about P of x, the polynomial itself. Now let's see. P of x is here. Right hand side, left hand side. Now, left hand side I have x minus 81. First of all, the two polynomials are equal. Right? And I have to factor x minus 81 over here. Right? Now, x minus 81 does not divide this. It does not divide this. That means this polynomial should divide this one. Observation. Left hand side x minus 81 factor is there. It does not divide this. It does not divide this. That means it has to divide P of x. At least you know one thing, that x minus 81 divides P of x. One linear factor of P of x you know. Right? Okay. So that means P of x as x minus 81 into another polynomial which I don't know. Can we call it P1 of x? Right? So this I have established. So let me put the value of P of x over here. Right, so x minus 81 as it is into, now this P of 3x, it is not P of x, x की जगह 3x है, x की जगह 3x है, यहाँ पे डाला, x की जगह 3x, तो यहाँ पे भी 3x minus 81 into P1 of 3x. Right, as written it directly, you can first write the step P of 3x if you are worried that you commit an error, otherwise you can write it directly. Is equal to 81 into x minus 1 into, now P of x is again x minus 81 into P1 of x. Done? Now x minus 81 cancels. 3 if I take it out, this is 3 into x minus 27. And I've got one factor of c here, so this becomes 27. Right? I have this thing now. So let me remove this and this. Done? Now, x minus 27 is on the left hand side. It has to be present on the right hand side. X minus 27 does not divide this. It does not divide this. That means this factor should divide P1 of x. Now you know a factor of P1 of x. So, x minus 27 divides P1 of x. That means P1 of x को लिखा. X minus 27 आएगा into some polynomial, that is, let's see, let it be P2 of x. Right? Now, this relation was given, so substitute this value of P1 of x over here. So, x minus 27 as it is into P1 of 3x, x is over 3x. Instead of x, write 3x, 3x, 3x. So, this is 3x minus 27 into P2 of 3x equal to 27 into x minus 1 as it is into P1 of x, which is this one, x minus 27 into P2 of x. Right? So, x minus 27 cancels. 3 I can take common out. So, 3 into x minus 9. I'll cut the factor of c here, so I'll get 9 over here. Now, let me erase this. Let me erase this. Right? Now, x minus 9 will definitely divide P2 of x. So, let me write P2 of x as x minus 9 into some other polynomial, that is P0 of x. Substitute the value of P2 of x over here. So, let's see what is happening. Okay, cool. So, x minus 9 as it is into P2 of 3 of x. So instead of x, 3x, x, 3x. So this is 3x minus 9 into P3 of 3x equal to 9 into x minus 1 into P2 of x, जो मुझे substitute करना है x minus 9 into P3 of x. Right? This and this gets cancelled. यहाँ पे 3 common, so 3 into x minus 3 and ये 3 cancels, so यहाँ पे 3. Right? Now again you can see x minus 3 will definitely divide P3 of x. So x minus 3 divides P3 of x. So let me write P3 of x as x minus 3 into P4 of x. Let's see what happens. Right? Okay. Substitute it over here. So x minus 3 as it is into P3 of 3 of x. So x 3x. So 3x यहाँ पे 3 common भी ले लेंगे. 3 into x minus 1 into P4 of 3x is equal to 3 into x minus 1 into P3 of x. अब P3 of x को हमने लिखना था x minus 3 into P4 of x. Right? Let me see what is happening. So x minus 3 cancels, x minus 1 cancels, 3 cancels. So basically I am getting P4 of 3x equal to P4 of x. A very peculiar thing. P4 of 3x equal to P4 of x. This relationship is there. We were kind of doing a regression, right? Regression, but it stopped. I cannot move further on. So that means I need to analyze what does it actually mean. P4 of 3x is equal to P4 of x. Now, polynomial, analyze that. अब polynomial में कुछ समझ नहीं आता. अब obviously तुम general form से नहीं लिखने वाले. सबसे easy way क्या होता है? The easiest way is to visualize a polynomial. Obviously, I can go for the pictorial representation, which is a graph. Now, let me take x to be 1. Right? When x equal to 1, the value of polynomial would be something, I don't know what, so let me take it to be here. Right? Suppose this is the value and this is 1. Now, can you tell me what is happening? If x is 1, what is happening at x equal to 3? The value at x equal to 3 is the same. X equal to 9, same. X equal to 12, same. And 15, same. And so on. Moving on, right? Just continuing forward. And obviously package as well. Now, if this is the case, this same value is occurring again and again and again and again. This infinite times. Now, देखिए ये same value यहाँ पे आ रही है, right? अब ऐसे now what does that mean? Either the graph is actually कोई zeros होंगी, right? अब zeros होंगी, so ऐसे infinite times cut करेगा. Infinite times cut करेगा. If the graph of polynomial is cutting x-axis infinite times, how many zeros will it have? Oh, infinite zeros. Infinite zeros. Now, what is the case when infinite zeros are there? Infinite zeros. That's only one case when the polynomial is a zero polynomial. Right? Okay. Now, you might say, now maybe it is not having any zero. It is maybe something like this. That may be the case, because in this case no zero is there, right? So if this is the condition, either there are no zeros possible, or what? Or it is a zero polynomial itself, right? Now if P4 of x is a zero polynomial, P3 of x is a zero polynomial, P2 of x is a zero, and P of x ultimately will be a zero polynomial. But the question is, write the number of linear factor of P of x. If it was a zero polynomial, do you think the question would have made sense? Absolutely not. That means this case is rejected. Zero polynomial, it is not. That means no zeros are there of the polynomial. Now, no zeros are there of the polynomial. That means the polynomial is a constant one. And that constant is obviously not equal to 0. Right? Okay. So that means P4 of x is a constant polynomial. So P4 of x is equal to k. Some constant. Right? Now P4 of x is equal to k. यहाँ पे डाल देंगे. Right? यहाँ पे आ गया. अब P2 पे जाएं. P2 पे. अब P3 of x को डालते हैं. k into x minus 3. तो मैं k यहीं पे रखते हैं. P2 को डालें यहाँ पे. So this is k यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. मेरे पास these two factors will come. X minus 9 into x minus 3. And then I'll substitute it here. Where is it? Where is my P1 of x? Here. Right? So P1 of x में मेरे पास आया k into x minus 27, x minus 9 and x minus 3. This is my polynomial P of x. Now he says number of linear factors 1, 2, 3, 4. That is why the answer is 0. Alright, on to the next one. He says in trapezium ABCD, AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so I will have my trapezium like this. Who's A, B, C, D? Obviously this is 6, this is 14. Suppose AC and BD intersect at right angles. Okay, so AC and BD intersect at right angles. So this is 90, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90. Cool. And that line BC and DA. BC and DA, when extended to point Q, form an angle of 60 degrees. Okay. Okay. This is Q and this angle is 60 degrees. Right? Write the value of root 3 into 7 into area of trapezium ABCD. Basically, I need to find the area of trapezium. Right? Now, area of trapezium. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind is that area of trapezium is half into height into sum of the parallel sides. Now, sum of the parallel sides is given to you, so maybe I can find the height of the trapezium. Right? But mind it, the given condition, 90 degree यहाँ पर, right? If 90 degree is here, maybe I can find the area of this triangle, this triangle, this triangle, and this triangle. Right? Also, I have to make use of the fact that here it is 60 degree. Okay. So, instead of going by the other approach where I need to find the height of the trapezium, I need to find the areas of these 4 triangles. So, let me first of all name this point to be O. Now, what do I know about the triangles? Now, I know that AB is parallel to CD. It is given. This is 6, this is 14. Now, if that is given to me, can I say that triangle AOB and COD, they are what? Similar? Obviously, trapezium triangle AOB is similar to triangle COD by double A similarity rule. And that means this AO by CO is nothing but 6 by 14. Or you can say 3 by 7. Right? So this is 3 by 7. So if this is 3x, this is 7x. Similarly, if this is 3y, this is 7y. Okay, fine. You'll be like, okay, you know the ratio, but you need to find the area. Now, mind it, you can find the area of triangle AOB. It is nothing but 9xy by 2. The area of this triangle is 21xy by 2. This again 21xy by 2, and this is 49xy by 2. Why? Base height. In short, I need to find the value of xy. Right? Okay. xy की value निकालनी है. अभी तक मैंने use किया नहीं किया. Let's see. 6 use कर लिया 40. 60 degree. Now, obviously 60 degrees. Where can I use 60 degrees? In an equilateral triangle, obviously I will not be able to find an equilateral triangle over here. Now, 60 degrees is a nice angle. Why? It's a standard angle. That means trigonometry might be used. अब 90 degree कहाँ पर है? यहाँ पे. That means ये angle somehow यहाँ पे आना चाहिए. अब obviously ये 60 यहाँ पे 60 degree. ये directly angle तो नहीं आ रहा. Directly angle नहीं आ रहा. Okay. But relation देखें. If this angle is theta, if यहाँ पे 90 degree है, can you tell me this angle? तो 60 degree के साथ relate करना, right? अब relate कैसे करें? अगर मैंने ये 60 यहाँ पे theta ले लिया, यहाँ पे 60 degree है, ये वाला angle लिखना है, लेकिन कैसा है? Let's see. Okay. Now this is theta, this is 60, right? ये angle नहीं पता चल रहा, पर ये तो पता चल रहा. Why? Because this angle is the exterior angle of QBD. If this is 60, this is theta, this angle is 60 plus theta. Now come back to this BOC. This is 90, this is 60 plus theta, this is nothing but 30 minus theta. So these two angles are sort of related, and I wanted to relate the angles in right triangle. Why? Because I can use trigonometry now. Right? Now I know that this and this, they are sort of given to me. They are sort of given to me. That means this by this. Use which trigonometric ratio? This by this. Same. So So I can write tangent theta is equal to 3x by 7y. Right? Similarly, I need to use this and this. So let me write tangent of 30 minus theta, which is 3y by 7x. 3y by 7x. Right? Now, I need to have an equation in x and y, right? That means ये दोनों relate करने पड़ेंगे. Can you relate tangent theta and tangent of 30 minus theta? Yeah. Tangent of difference of two angles, tangent A minus B. Tangent A minus tangent B whole divided by 1 plus tangent A into tangent A. I hope you remember the formula. So tangent A, so tangent 31 by root 3 minus tangent B, so tangent theta whole divided by 1 plus tangent A, tangent 31 by root 3 into tangent theta. This is equal to 3y by 7. Right? So tangent theta, you know, that turns out to be 3x by 7y. 3x by 7y. Right? So when you solve this thing, what else? When you solve this thing, this sort of relation comes out to be 21 into x square plus y square is equal to 40 root 3 xy, hopefully. Right? xy is here. That means if I can find the value of this, x square plus y square. A problem is solved? देखें? x square plus y square चाहिए. Sum of two square quantities. Pythagoras theorem, देखें? 9x square plus 9y square. Can you apply Pythagoras theorem over here? That is equal to 36. Value again. Just substitute it over here. Find out this is 9x by 2, 21xy by 2 plus 2, वही same हो रहा है, so 21xy, तो यहाँ पे 49xy by 2. Add them up, you will get the answer, and the answer will turn out to be 36. Alright, on to the next and the last question on paper 1. And I must say, I think this is one of the most interesting questions of the paper, because this is basically common sense and observation, which is very important. Right? So I will read the question. Now he says all integer multiples of 9 are written as a sequence. I have written some of the terms of the sequence and the sequence is moving along. Right? And for each of these numbers, sum of its digit is written. Right? For each of these numbers. So sum of digits here is 9, 9, 9 and so on. It is written. Now he says in the latter sequence, which sequence? The latter one, where the sum of the digits I have written. Right? In the latter sequence, 36 repeats in 3 successive terms for the first time. Right? Suppose 9 into k, 9 into k plus 1, 9 into k plus 2 is the instance when it happens. Then you need to write sum of squares of digits of k. Basically, you need to find the value of k. Basically, you need to find which multiple of 9 is there. Right? Okay. So let's start. Now, first of all, I will need to write the latter sequence, which is the sum of digits. Here, sum of digits is 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Okay, cool. 18, right? 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, and 9 again. Okay, now 18, 18. Okay, then 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, again 9, 9. Then I have 18, 18, 18. Okay, right. And then 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And let's move forward, right? Next one मुझे दिखता है 369 होगा, right? Then 378, then 387, then 396. So obviously the digits 18, 18, 18, 18, and then the 9 patterns continue. Right? Okay. Now, he says that in the latter sequence, 36 repeats. Now, before we go on to benefits, let's just try to observe what is happening. 18, 18, 18, 18. First of all, 18 is lonely. Then 18 occurs twice. Then 18 occurs thrice. Then 4 times. And next, मुझे कॉल लिखना चाहिए था. That would have been. अच्छा, वो तो आगे जब तुम लिखोगे you'll get it, right? So as you can see, 18, 18, 18, 18. This pattern is going on. So if I need to guess, when does 18, sum of digits 18 occurs next? If I have to guess, what will I do that? Now observe it. Here 99 is there, 189, 198, then 279, 289, 297, 369, 378, 387, 396. Observe these numbers. कुछ repeat तो नहीं हो रहा? Okay, let's see. यहाँ पे 9, then 89 पे गया, then 79 पे गया, then 69 पे गया. Next कैसे जाएगा? 59. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4. Check करें sum of digits 18. अब check करते हैं whether consecutively, और मुझे पास लिखना चाहिए, consecutively 5 times आ रही है. So 459 के बाद 468, then 477, 486 and 495. Yes, consecutively you are getting 5 times 18. Right? Next you have to get 69, 59 and 49, then 39 and so on. So I'm hoping that you are able to recognize the pattern. Right? Now, if I say, because यहाँ पे तो open sum of digits 18 है, मुझे sum of digits increase करना है, because अब मुझे 36 चाहिए, right? तो मैं 27 लेके आती हूँ. 27 लाऊंगी कहाँ पे? Right? अब first time देखें, अब यहाँ पे 9 को छोड़ो, यहाँ पे 89 से start करो. Last 2 digits में 89 डालते हैं. Right? और मुझे sum of digits चाहिए 27 पे जाना, right? Because I'm increasing myself from 18 to the number. Right? Okay, so यहाँ पे 89 है, यहाँ पे क्या डालूं? Now, this is 17, right? So मुझे 27 चाहिए, तो यहाँ पे 10 होना चाहिए. So maybe I can put 1, 9. Right? अब 17 और किससे आ नहीं सकता था? So that means this is also one such number. This is a 4-digit number where the sum is equal to 27. ठीक है? अब next वाला try करें. Next वाला कौन सा होगा? Obviously 1989 है, so 1998 होगा. ये भी 27. Because मैंने second वाले से pick up किया था, तो that's why consecutive 2 बार आ रहा है. Right? अब मुझे अगर next वाला pick up करना है 79 से, यहाँ पे 79 डाल दें. Right? Now the sum is 16 here. Right? 16. अब यहाँ पे मुझे चाहिए 11 sum. So 11 के लिए मैं 29 कर सकती हूँ. 29 कर सकती हूँ. 29. Right? Next 2988. 2997. 3 times आ गया. Then 4 times में you know what to do. 69 पे आ जाएगा, साथ में तुम्हारे पास 39 आ जाएगा and move on. Right? But my aim is not to find the digits, sum of digits to be 18 or 27. My aim is to find the sum of digits to be 36. Now number 36 है. Now sum of digits 36 है. 36 maximum, सबसे minimum times कब आ सकता है? अगर मेरे पास 999 हो, फिर तो एक ही बार आएगा. Right? Because जैसे मैं next पे जाऊंगी वो चला जाएगा. 36 will not be there. Right? So that means जो मुझे numbers ढूंढने हैं वो 4 digits से ज़्यादा, that means 5 digit numbers होने चाहिए. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And for the first time भी ढूंढने हैं मुझे. Right? और अब first time ढूंढने हैं and 3 successive terms में आना चाहिए. 3 successive कहाँ पे है? 3 यहाँ पे. That means 79 बाद में आना. तो 79 होगा, then 88 होगा, then 97 होगा. Right? अब मुझे smallest number में चाहिए था, right? Because for the first time आया. तो अगर suppose मैं यहाँ पे डाल देती हूँ 1, तो smallest चाहिए तो आगे सबसे छोटा डालेंगे. अब यहाँ पे 16 हो चुका है, यहाँ पे 17. मुझे आगे कितना जाना है? 17. Okay, 36 minus 17, that is 29. Wow, 19. 19, right? अब यहाँ पे sum of digits 19 तो हो नहीं सकता. Sum of digits maximum 18 होता है, right? So that means यहाँ पे 1 नहीं होगा, यहाँ पे 2 होगा. जहाँ पे 18 चाहिए, अब 18 में कर सकती हूँ 9. Right? This is one such number. Next number would be 29988, 29997. Just by observing the pattern over here, you were able to get the pattern when it was sum as 27, then the sum is 36. So always when you have to observe, start from the smaller number so that you can easily look at the pattern and observe it. Right? So that means this is the first time these sum of digits occur thrice or in consecutive terms. So this is my 9k. This is my 9 into k plus 1. This is my 9 into k plus 2. Okay, so easily निकाल लेते हैं. Divide this number by 9. So this is 3, 3, 3 and 1. So k turns out to be 6. But I want what? Sum of squares of digits of k. So 9 into 3, 48 plus 1, the answer is 49. Right? So with this, we are done with paper 1. Now we'll discuss paper 2.